Yeah, now this guy is going to call this one fairly.
No, you're about as biased as he is.
The following contest is a special referee match. Please welcome the special referee for this match, iShowSpeed.
You know, guys, I always thought I would make a great referee. Way better than this clown. Maybe it's time for a career change.
You? Wearing zebra stripes? Enforcing the rules? Yeah, right.
Yeah, forgive me, Corey, but I'm not sure you'd pass even your first refereeing exam.
There's exams? Plural? Never mind. I'm out.
He's got a chance here to impress all of us with his ability to maintain order in the ring.
A little disorder never hurt anybody. I just hope he doesn't take the job too seriously.
Here we go, guys.
And the participants, first from Lisbon, Portugal, weighing in at 189 pounds, the best, Ronaldo.
The feeling, the electricity in the arena right now is unlike anything I've ever felt in quite some time. This match is going to be good.
He has a big match ahead of him. Going to need a career-making performance here tonight.
All right. I love this guy.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 228 pounds.
Matches of this caliber with this level of talent showing their skills, this is why I do what I do. Always walking around with a chip on his shoulder, and he's going to use that anger against his opposition.
The door is shut and locked. No escape. Hell in a Cell begins right now.
I don't think anyone in their right mind would judge these competitors for feeling a little terrified at this point. This is a hellacious structure, and this match can punish you like no other match can.
That's fair, Corey, but I don't know. They kind of look ready for this. Maybe even eager, which is terrifying in its own way.
Side slam.
Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike.
Spear!
He needs to be prepared.
Just breaking down the opponent.
And he's being totally cut off here.
Yeah, and this might cause him to lose his composure.
I guess having this match called fair wasn't what they had in mind, and they took it out on our official.
Start counting, Saxton.
1, 2, 3.
We could be here all day.
Power. I think you're right.
Don't count that high, Saxton.
Shut up, Corey.
He's no longer looking at his best.
He'll be lucky if this is the worst he suffers in the cell. Victory roll pinning combination.
He goes for the quick pin. And there's a kick out at 1.
The referee respecting his job and being impartial with his count.
You can't say our ref messed around with his cadence during that pin.
And a kick to the back.
Looking for the quick pin. Only getting 1 out of that pin.
And the ref is showing integrity with that count.
You can tell the ref has set his feelings aside with a count like that.
Ooh!
Stops that offense from connecting. Oh, he's got him here. He's got him up.
And sidewalk slam.
Climbing up those ropes now.
Blast off. Completely missed the mark there.
Oh, uppercut.
That'll cost some teeth.
Ooh!
Oh, on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex.
Clearly an attack that very few superstars can perform with such ease.
This demonic structure seems to bring out the darkest, most treacherous sides of anyone who enters. With that in mind, Corey, how do you begin to approach an opponent in?
From the heavens. Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
Military press.
Ooh! Running leg drop. And his onslaught continues.
He is not letting off the gas with this attack. Sky high.
Big body splash from the top.
And he's looking to the crowd for some much-needed support.
Elbow drop.
Piercing. And his body is still the focus of the attack.
What's he concocting?
Oh, God, that hurt.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Wicked clothesline. And this attack has him looking powerless.
He's got to fight his way back into this. Uh-oh. Well, I think I know what's coming next. Get ready.
Bang, what a kick.
And that'll keep him down for a long time.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
Heading back to the ring.
Oh, attacked in the midsection.
Ripcord.
Oh, great counter and a cover.
They got it. A career-changing win inside Hell in a Cell.
Here is your winner.
The combatants are locked inside Hell in a Cell. This is a nightmare no one can escape. Looking to catch him off guard. And that was only a 1.
Calling things right down the middle with that count.
Our special referee doing the zebra stripes proud. He's in his clutches.
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
Wicked clothesline. Side slam. He's really mounting pressure at will now.
Yeah, he's as fired up as we've ever seen him.
And the action is shifting now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Reversal. And that turns things around. Uppercut. Man. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
Any chance the table will be set up for a lovely spread? Never mind, that never happens. Someone is likely going through it.
Returning to the ring now.
Waistlock go behind. Up and over with a German suplex. We're not finished yet. Another one. Oh, come on. Enough is enough.
And continuing to punish their opponent with a German.
Oh, what a forearm.
The shoulders are down. No, a kick out.
And that was a by-the-book pin count.
I'd say our special referee is taking the duty very seriously. Looks like he was up all night practicing his technique. Victory roll pinning combination.
Super kick to the face. And a boot in the face. Corey, what's the key to mentally preparing for being inside the cell?
When you're inside the cell, you can't show fear. You have to carry yourself as if you're ready to turn the devil's playground into your own personal playground.
So the more comfortable you are in the cell, the better your chances are of surviving it?
At least mentally.
Who won the race? He's got him down for the pin here. And he manages to kick out at one.
Looks like our guest official is pretty good at this ref thing.
He's right on top of the action, calling it down the middle.
And he has no response for this barrage of offense.
And he's looking completely outmatched in this one.
You have solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a yard sale. He just flipped the script there.
Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Boom! We're going to wear down the opponent.
Able to slip away. Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
Military press.
Ooh. He's definitely been worn down. Lifting him up.
Oh, my gosh. He's got this one in the bag now.
Gets driven into the corner.
Bang! Working the midsection there.
Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
Climbing up to the top, looking to go high risk. And now he gets back into the ring.
Man, earth-shattering.
And he's just, shoulders are down.
Is this the end?
Oh, and he kicked out at two.
And that was an honest count. No one can argue that.
Oh, you certainly can't complain about the officiating on that pin count.
Boom! And a big boot.
Pulls their opponent in. Belly to belly.
Beautiful transition.
And now the...
Oh, come on. Did he really need to stop the pin like this?
Uh-oh.
Fast thinking saved him there. Big forearm.
He's getting overrun by this onslaught of attacks.
Time for some quick thinking on his part.
Wards that off. What a response. Shining wizard.
The beginning of the end.
Oh my gosh! That might have been the final nail.
He's still in this fight.
Not about to go quietly into the night.
That took some serious endurance, I'll give you that.
No one was going to say boo about the official's count there.
Neither superstar giving an inch here. The fight is on, and it's furious.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Oh, ouch. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Ooh.
They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a hockey fight.
Oh, getting the better of that exchange.
Got flipped upside down there.
There's some power behind that punch.
Ooh, brutal forearm.
Caught with a DDT.
Strong right forearm.
Down to one knee. There's the Shining Wizard. He's making his move.
For the win.
They got it. A career-changing win inside Hell in a Cell.
Here is your winner, the best, Ronaldo.
They just won a very important match.
Absolutely. That's the kind of win that can catapult you to bigger and better things.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, "Are you nervous about this?" She said, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history."
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you can feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There is a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina!
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella!
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Flying! Then meanwhile, Tamina.
You have to protect your shoulders from hits like that. You don't want to compromise your ability to throw a punch or lock in a hold. From the top.
Crashing to the floor.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure.
And the boat struggling a bit to stay afloat there.
Yeah, Tamina displaying a higher level of aggression.
Back suplex.
A contract that could change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
That's how you dominate your opponent.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just gotta toss another person to make a statement.
With the counter.
Going up high with the punch.
And looking at the playing field, The majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms. Ladder's in position. Gonna make the climb.
Trying to reach it. Trying to win.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult.
Acrobatic action at its absolute best. On the apron.
Right in the breadbasket.
And Lynch gets stolen. Picked up and being carried around now. And Charlotte's Eagle brought back down to earth there.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years. What's this, Corey?
I think they're looking for the Romero special.
Oh, no.
And you still need to find a way out of this.
What a great counter.
Ooh, man. She turns that attack away.
Getting the ladder into position here.
Picked the perfect spot, too.
Oh, man, a kendo shot to the head. That can't feel good. Tamina sidesteps that. Big boot.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
Natalya has a grip on the briefcase.
Natalya's going to do it.
Tamina has something in mind. Big splash.
Charlotte doesn't have a chance of coming back from that maneuver.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring.
Dodges away.
Hooked up. Inverted DDT. I'm worried our announce table will soon be in the line of fire.
Who cares about the table? What about us?
Money in the bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Oh, the elbow connects. Here we go. Clearing off the announce table. This can't be good.
Nothing but bad intentions in mind, I'm sure.
She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
They're delivering the chop.
Natural selection by Charlotte.
Natalya's night could have just ended right there. She might not be in any condition to climb a ladder.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win?
Snap suplex.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. She's reaching for it.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
This could be the beginning of the end.
I can't see this going out much longer.
I have no idea how she still...
She releases the hold.
No harm in changing things up if a submission isn't working the way you want it to.
Looking for a scoop slam. No, slips behind. Inverted DDT.
She's taking things to the floor here.
Oh, my goodness.
Becky definitely felt every last bit of that blow.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
The damage she's taken can have lingering effects.
At this point in the match, they're from the top.
Taking a flight to nowhere.
So agile.
You can almost see the gears turning in their head as they set up the table. Wow, what a smash!
That is just insulting.
Trying to put the ladder in the middle of the ring.
This is where you want it. Right place. Is this the right time?
Reaching for the prize.
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry.
Charlotte's at the top with the briefcase.
Will she rise back to her throne?
She's just about there.
Charlotte has the contract. The Queen is Miss Money in the Bank.
Your winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Charlotte.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
And now this conflict has found its way right by our announce table.
In another minute, the chaos could be right on top of us.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
Force applied to every inch of the arm with that one.
And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center.
Oh, God.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time. Uh-oh, she has trouble coming. Not going to be easy to get out of this.
Rung after rung. Up the line. Great counter, that Fujiwara armbar. Running bulldog. Well, Carmella is certainly being tested now.
She needs to protect herself so she can make it up the ladder later.
And brings the ladder to the middle of the ring.
Perfect setup, Cole, but the job's only half done.
Needs to move quick here.
This might be her chance.
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory. Oh, what a leg drop.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Bang!
This is just establishing dominance.
Oh, stop right to the chest. Are you kidding me?
Big time clothesline. Good grief.
You can see Charlotte's expert game plan experiencing a minor hitch there.
Carmella showing she can be a brutal competitor on that exchange.
Sliding back into the ring.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
Trying to go.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for.
That certainly seems to be having trouble up there.
The contract that can change lives hanging on the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars has successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was awarded to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Up to the electric chair, down for the drop.
And Becky there wasn't looking her best when she took that shot.
Yeah, Natalya showed that Hart family wisdom. Boom! All the way to the outside. This one is headed to the outside, not by choice. Hard to come back from that kind of impact.
Becky experiencing firsthand just what kind of a challenge this one's going to be. She's starting to wear down here.
Yeah, the effects of this ladder match are not going to go away anytime soon. That's how you wear down your opponent. Oh, man. Looks like her opponent's not going to need a chiropractor.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
But it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems with this. Charlotte seeing her opportunity.
Charlotte's got a chance. Natalya sent flying to the outside. She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
Readjusting. And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold.
Cross armbar locked in.
Cross armbar's in. No. Change of plans.
On the back of the neck. She reverses and creates an opportunity.
Trading counters here.
Oh my goodness. Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Looking for more damage here.
You gotta wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
She's ready to take this match to the outside. Dangerous intentions in her mind right now. 3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Quick thinking from Tamina. Stiff headbutt.
Dropping the leg.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win?
Oh, man.
Hands on, but can't quite grab it.
Is this the right time? Is this the career-making moment?
She's in place. Can she end this here?
It's just a matter of time now.
No room for error on top of the ladder.
Bam! Oof! Kick finds it. Oof! Charlotte a step ahead there.
Super kick. Ouch.
Oh, heavy contact into the steel steps.
And the fight keeps being brought to Natalya.
Carmella is clawing deep in her arsenal to try and end things.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it. All eyes are glued high above the ring.
Victory is within reach. Becky Lynch got her locked in. Submission move. The disarmer here. Disarmer by Lynch.
Struggling a bit here to get it down.
Danger growing with every...
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
Ring, 4 Tag Team Champions, Lionel and Messi, 4 Tag Team Champions, Ronaldo and Messi, 4 Tag Team Champions, Cristiano and Ronaldo, 4 Tag Team Champions, Messi and Ronaldo, 4 Tag Team Champions, Ronaldo and Messi, 4 Tag Team Champions, Cristiano and Ronaldo, 4 Tag Team Champions, Ronaldo and Messi, 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 4 Tag Team Champions, The following is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing two super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens. Matchups like these are why I love tag team wrestling.
Remember, this match is under Tornado tag team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall and submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, the cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be...
Nice takedown, stack for the pin. The early quick cover, title on the line, letting his opponent out of the pin.
Yeah, gotta wonder what he's thinking. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing too.
Watch out!
Ooh, poorly timed, high-risk attempt.
Ooh, knee right to the spine.
Make your legs go numb.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We are going to see these teams tap into their barbaric...
Oh, shocking inside cradle.
Small packages could be it.
Hey, kick out. This one's not over yet.
We got a little too confident with that one.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Oh, vicious headbutt.
And Xavier wasn't looking too thrilled there.
Yeah, the Usos not looking thrown off in the least.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
Ooh, clothesline delivered.
Big E is losing any kind of advantage here.
And the Usos now showing how well they know the New Day.
Familiarity breeds contempt, and the Usos are showing their unfiltered disdain.
Nasty elbow shots, trying to create separation.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. And that's the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Uh-oh, soul kick! Man. Shining Wizard!
Corey, that was a Shining Wizard. What a collision! And the fight is being brought to the Usos there.
I think Woods may have cracked a smile when he connected with that attack.
Launched right out of the ring. Punch right to the face. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Lots of damage under the challenger now.
Hell in a Cell isn't just about trying to win the match, it's about struggling to survive.
Stop after stop after stop.
The champion imposing their will with total disregard.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. Headed back into the ring. And now he's going to the top rope. Oh! So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Military press into the gut check.
An attack by the champion. Kicks out.
He just won't give up.
Oh, and he stops that offense. Leg sweep. Oh, that hurt right in the kidney.
Golly.
Snapmare. The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams. The Steiner brothers, the head. We have a pin for the title. A kick out before won by the challenger.
It's unthinkable. Someone beating the one count at this point. Being placed onto the top rope.
Oh, great miracle.
What more can this superstar do? Reaching deep into the arsenal. This could end the entire match. From the top floor.
Unbelievable. Kick out. One.
Unbelievable. More like inhuman.
That almost did the job for Xavier Woods, but now he has to be wondering, what else do I have to do? The challenger struggling for anything here.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that.
The champ slowing down some now.
The way the Cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke.
Oh, flying forearm on the mark.
Climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Back into the ring here. From way up, diving double axe handle. Oh, buster. Oh, catapulting down on the opponent. Spinning kick to the gut. Ooh. Bulldog. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Oh, God. And he's leaving the ring for the moment.
Unloading with an uppercut.
Raked right across the back.
Short clothesline hits its mark.
Fatigue is setting in for the challenger.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes.
Xavier Woods walking it.
Uh-oh. Limit breaking ball.
The New Day might be on the verge of the
But no, helping their teammate out there.
Face first.
Here we go. Jimmy going up high. Bringing this back into the ring.
Springboard off.
Oh, man. Biggie on the receiving end. And a clothesline.
And a backstabber.
Delivering the suplex. Has the champ pinned. Is this it? A defiant kick out.
top rope. Also splash by Jay.
Will that be enough to win the titles?
Makes the cover to save just in time. He gets sent straight down to the floor.
Pin. Title in the balance.
And stopping the pin there. Big shoulders down to retain. He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one.
Getting back to his feet, trying to fight on, but it might be too late.
Hoisted up high here. Running power slam. And Jimmy able to reverse that.
Hooked up, DDT.
Big E picking up speed. Look out.
That'll fillet your chest.
And there's Jimmy on the attack deep in this match.
Yeah, Big E looks like he's on his last legs now.
It's been getting nasty between the New Day and the Usos for months. The Hell in a Cell is just amplifying the fact.
We've said it time and time again. These two teams bring the best out of each other.
Oh, Jimmy Uso with a well-timed shot. Climbing to the top. What's he have in store? From the top. Oh, drop. Pin. Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
Got it. No, just a two.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Pin to decide the championship. Almost beat the champ.
How in the world?
Buster. Planning something big here. Stomping down. Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
And Jay is channeling the energy of this crowd.
Got out of the way, but can he capitalize? Oh, brutal form. Big E with plans on ending this.
Flapjack.
Gosh, landing face first.
He answers right back.
DDT. Hazardous position as Jimmy gains his footing. Has it hooked in and...
Oh my God, a small package driver.
Could be game over for the Usos.
You gotta be kidding me.
Everyone here is in shock.
That almost did the job for Xavier Woods, but now he has to be wondering, what else do I have to do? Headbutt! Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Big clothesline.
Here we go. Jimmy going up high. Suplex.
Top rope. Jimmy Uso splash. And straight into the pin attempt.
Two. And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Here we Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Hell in a Cell just became the Uso Penitentiary.
It was barbaric. It was volatile.
It lived up to the hype is what it did. The two greatest tag teams in the entire industry, raising the bar of competition inside the demonic structure.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
For the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
Oh, and a head scissor DDT!
That could be it.
And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way.
Perched up top, diving leg drop.
Down on the chest.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have been perched up top, through the air, and connects. I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Sunset flip applied. Not done there. There it is.
It is. It's locked in. My goodness. Look at how tight the submission's locked in. She can't stay in this for long.
A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. German suplex.
Ooh, face first.
No doubt she's looking to end her here. Uh-oh, Ford's going to cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
Expertly.
Got to find a way out of the guillotine. We're not going to last long while we're bridging out. Incredible.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time. Shoulders are down to retain. The challenger forces a shoulder up.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside. Under the ropes and back into the ring.
Bayley might want to focus on her opponent more than the crowd. Triple kick with precision. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship. Hair whip.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover. Oh, man, by the hair.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance. Fast movement gets her out of the way.
Naomi finds her target with that one.
Off the ropes.
Leg drop. And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
Naomi can't be stopped right now. What a shot! Drop kick. And the core taking on some damage.
There's the heel kick. Ooh.
Hits the drop kick.
Right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi. Are we headed towards a title change? Oh, rear view by Naomi. Can the champ recover from that?
Shoulders are down. Clever move, using the rope to break the pin.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Bayley is getting the window shut at every opportunity.
Down with a face buster. Oh, man, by the hair.
Hair whip.
Just launched.
All measured up.
Basement drop kick to the back.
Heading to the top turnbuckle now.
Perched up top.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense, but I can't say it didn't pay off.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Anticipated that.
And Bayley connected nicely there.
There it is! Going right into the pin attempt.
Kick out after one from the challenger.
Wow, I thought this was over. Kick to the gut by Bayley.
No turning back from the Rose plant.
Perfect execution by the champion.
Kick out. Oh, my God.
Kicking out at one after that is unheard of.
And stories painted on Bayley's face. She thought she had the pinfall. Now she doesn't know what to believe. Quick thinking from Naomi.
Oh, clothesline.
Oh, my God, what a crossbody. And again, the torso is the target here.
Clearly attacking that area is the strategy tonight.
Lands in the drop zone. Bayley and Naomi both worn down, both exhausted. But this is about...
Uh-oh, feel the glow. Feel it, guys.
There it is. I'm feeling it.
Ah, Bayley's dreams about to end here in this match. Can she hang on? Can she hold on?
We're finding out what Bayley's made of.
A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. There it is! Reversal!
Instead, what a German suplex.
There's the pin for the championship. She breaks the ref's count.
This match continues on.
Oh no, trapping the arm. Vicious stomps to the hand.
Oh, that was just malicious. Ooh, insulting.
An elbow drop, and then look at the knee strikes. Vicious, aggressive attacks.
She has no idea where she is right now, and it is about to get worse.
Ooh, she counters right back on Bayley.
Calls out the rear view.
Cover to be crowned champion.
She had a good pin attack, but too close to the ropes there. Kick to the body into the code red. Boom, what an uppercut.
Tossed by the neck. into the corner. Bayley sends her opponent outside the ring. Corner post baseball slide. And Bayley knows she has to close this out soon. Can't allow Naomi any more chances. So much damage has been done to the body. I don't think this can carry on.
Yeah, I know this is about honor, but you have to think about your health, too. Double axe handle smash.
An elusive Bayley there.
Forearm smash. Throws her back in from ringside.
Stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano at a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And this tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely...
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute mad. Men.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Oh my goodness!
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary.
To the sky! Nothing fancy there.
And Devon didn't find a counter for that.
Yeah, Cole, but he's just focused on avoiding going through the table. That's all that matters.
Now these are obviously two... juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Vertical suplex.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Coming back from the outside.
Taking flight!
Oh, stop right to the hand.
Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor.
Ow! Running hip attack. What impact?
He's in a bit of agony now.
Might want to start setting up some tables before this match gets out of hand. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Uh-oh! Oh, here we go.
Big headbutt to the guts.
Oh, foot just stomping down. Boom, what impact. Oh, Devon got caught with the reversal. He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
He grabbed the chair. Now would be a good time to win.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're
Soaring! Flying headbutt!
And he tosses it back in now.
way to avoid that. On the top!
Oh, and back to the elbow. Bang! He finds a counter. Oh, right to the throat.
Here are your winners.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoan. Alpha and Sika taking on Devon and Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And did you hear the impact of that? And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a battle to eventually win.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey.
Lift off!
Whoa, what a landing! Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further. This match is spilled out to our announcers area.
Let's hope they take it back in the ring soon. And an impactful display of offense we just witnessed there.
Using his legs to create some space.
Tossed back into the ring. And he slides him back to the mat.
Oh! A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of it.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back.
Oh, no, no.
Getting back into the ring now. And he goes crashing to the outside. Great escape there. Boom to the back of the knee. Hava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
He has to be in a world of hurt here.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
Looks like he has something planned with this table, guys.
I don't want to know.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Stomp it away.
And Devon escapes danger. He avoids the contact.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come. They're a physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together.
Narrowly escaping there.
Caught with the boot.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side. Popped up into the Bubba Cutter by Bubba Ray. That was the Dudley Boys show. Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. No! Vaulting plancha. Incredible. And that takes so much skill to land with such accuracy.
It takes a whole lot of luck, too. Bubba isn't asking for a table tonight. He's getting it himself.
Off of climbs, what's on his mind?
Back into the ring now.
He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a rip. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work,
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match gonna happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just... joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight? What a clothesline!
Ouch! Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
These two men took part in a triple threat for the North American title back at Spring Break and 5 months ago. But they essentially canceled each other out that night, and neither man left with the title. Tonight, we're going to see who the better man is, and it'll be the one who leaves with the title.
Set all the way to the outside.
Sikoa taking command, and Melo is obviously still in shock.
Watching. Look out below.
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Super. Stars setting up.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Got to be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here in NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today. Melo needs to focus on further damaging that knee.
You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man. has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who've held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns in both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for?
So much torque on the knee and ankle.
He knew just what to do.
Flipping senton finds the mark.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Solo lining it up, maybe moments away from capturing that.
Rearing way back.
Samoan spike. We might see a new champion crowned.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly. Smart, attacking the arm.
Oh, right into the shoulder. That's gotta hurt.
Leg drop.
Now Carmelo is feeling the pressure.
The power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Agonizing.
Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind.
Inverted DDT.
And Hayes is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Carmelo was getting ground down, but could have just started a quick turnaround here.
Trap the arm. To the neck breaker. Carmelo, the champ, goes for the cover. And he kicks out of the pin and one. Wow.
Massive miscalculation on that one.
Oh, what a boot to the face.
Driving down with the axe handle.
Climbing up the corner.
From the top.
Diving headbutt. Top rope again. Taking another.
Taking flight. Big elbow drop.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Sent right into the corner.
A whole ring in between them and a collision in the corner. Short arm lariat.
And Sikoa is turning to the crowd for assurance.
Melo being stalked. This is not where you want to be.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
And the cover.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new...
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa...
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. But I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Look at this. Snap suplex.
Big move followed up with a pin attempt.
He might have been putting the cart before the horse with that pin, but it was worth a try.
Oh, man, that was nasty.
They weren't that good looking anyway. Hit hard and straight into the pin.
And pops the shoulder up.
Not the worst idea going for a pin there, but it's close.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Wicked clothesline! Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win. Roman Reigns saying this is not the WWE Universe. This is Roman's universe.
Oh, nothing fancy with that boot.
Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here. on the Tribal Chief.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just come from firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Reigns establishing the upper hand.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Reigns so close to finishing this, he can taste it. Ending Rollins and closing the book on the Shield will be his biggest victory yet.
And his body seems to be the preferred target.
He's able to reverse it.
Now Rollins looking for some momentum.
That's possibly the trigger for Seth to battle his way back into this.
Suplex!
Launched. Boom.
Going for the pin. Title on the line. This isn't good. He's got bad things in mind.
Roman with his opponent across his own shoulders.
Switches into a flat jack.
Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense. Kick to the stomach.
Maybe time to start burning it down.
Rollins is starting to roll. Moonsault.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up. Reigns turns that around.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Now lifted onto the top turnbuckle. Seth Rollins. Top rope. Superplex. Spinning around.
With a Falcon Arrow Chaser.
And now going for the victory.
Is this it?
He's still got life in this matchup. Oh, this, what a headbutt. Headbutt! Oh, what impact.
He's got control.
Uranagi. Man, oh, man. Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Oh, right across the solar plexus.
Roman Reigns is just taking command.
This can't be how Rollins envisioned his night going. Oh, this, what a headbutt.
Rollins getting worked on here.
And Roman might just have more in store.
Here it comes.
Stop! Look at that gash on the face of Reigns. It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
The cover!
I'm absolutely stunned. A display of near superhuman resilience.
After seeing that, it's hard to imagine what it's going to take to keep this competitor down.
Rollins is starting to lose his temper. He needs to put that aside and refocus. Ooh, a gut buster.
That was all sorts of nasty.
Cuts the attack off. Big boot drives him to the floor.
Rollins is feeding off the WWE Universe. Textbook jumping clothesline. Oof.
Rollins escaping danger. Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
And Reigns got turned around there.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, he fends that off. Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Head of the table. And Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing.
Boom, right in the button.
And he's got cartoon birds swirling over his head right now, for sure.
All these attacks to the head, he's going to end up with a lot more than a splitting headache if this match goes on for much longer.
Oh, catch. The kick to the face.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Momentum has pivoted towards Roman.
And Rollins in need of salvation.
Gets lifted into position. Placed him in the corner here.
Elbow thrown to break up the maneuver. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of this story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
Overwhelming attacks from Roman now.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm.
Blow could be felt throughout the arena.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music, I bet
From the apron. Whoa, look out.
throwing all caution to the wind and leaping to the outside.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Rollins with a reversal.
And Rollins finally able to keep that.
Takedown. Looking for the crossface. It's cinched in. This could be over. Looking to free the arm and does just that. Roman with his opponent across his own shoulders and driven down with a flapjack.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Oh. Reigns really having his way right here.
Yeah, Rollins has hit a roadblock here.
Heading to the outside now.
Oh, man, right into the steel steps.
That hit connects from Roman Reigns.
Oh, that is going to leave a mark.
Oh, whipped right into the diamond-plated steel.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this raw power.
Gut wrench.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half, but Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena, the Reigns oh, look out!
Nobody home. What an impact.
Power slam. Good night.
Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
Reigns is making an opportunity for himself.
Hits back with a jawbreaker.
Reigns down an elbow in retaliation.
Reigns hits it!
That's got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
Into the pinfall for the victory.
My, that was close. This puts the pressure back on the champion.
Can the champion respond with their back against the wall?
Reigns now realizing that he's facing an even tougher level of opponent than usual tonight.
Denied via a whip. Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
The stomp! The challenger clearing a path to the title. He did it! Rollins wins the title!
Here is your winner, and new Universal Champion, Seth Rollins!
Seth freaking Rollins is your new freaking champion. After 516 days, the historic reign for Roman is over.
And Reigns may never recover from this moment. Seth got in his head, and it cost the Tribal Chief everything.
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the tribal chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500+ days.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win. Rotates over for a flapjack.
And now thrown back into the ring. Placed against the turnbuckles.
Corner and a couple back elbows to follow.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Every counter being answered with another.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the tribal chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead-up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Lift it up. What's next? Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Seth losing any command of this match.
The power and rage of the tribal chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Clubbing forearm.
Boom! I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins from the apron. What?
Blasted into the steel steps.
Oh my God!
Roman's on a roll here.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. Working to neutralize that arm. Nasty.
They weren't that good looking anyway. Oh, man. He didn't need that eyebrow anyway. The tribal chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal
Buys the ropes to force a break.
A prime example of why you need to know where you are at all times.
Went for the springboard and missed.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Almost drove him through the ring.
gets stopped.
Oh, God, what a shot to the face. And it seems like his head might be the target here.
Things are getting risky. This will not end well.
Oh, my goodness!
The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
This match is just evolving right before our very eyes.
I really hope it doesn't get more hazardous than this. Has to mind the referee here. Has to avoid the countout. Boom!
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go ooh! Oh!
Oh my gosh, going head on into the stairs.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner. Man. Oh, right to the back of the neck. What a blow.
Good night.
And he gets set back into the ring.
Roman getting ready to finish this, to finally vanquish the...
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced.
This is the tightest I've ever seen Roman. He is desperately trying to maneuver out of this and successfully does.
Vicious right forearm.
Seth retaliates.
Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days.
Point of the elbow, nailed it. These two trading one blow after another.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Who will break first? That is the question.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders. Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
What a spear by Reigns! This might be it! The champ might keep it here!
Look at this. Snap suplex.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
That could be enough to continue the reign.
Oh, man, this might be it. Two. And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.